My name is Mark Polton. I'm a real estate investor in the greater Charlotte, North Carolina area. What you would call a no frills, no thrills real estate investor. Looking for somebody who's got a big fancy car in the background, nice studio office, or someone who's trying to sell you a $19.95 a month subscription to their newsletter. I'm not that guy. Check out a different channel. Speaking of shiny cars, I'm looking at a Maserati. It's a beautiful car. Not sure I want to take the debt on for it, but I might. Very beautiful car. So I want to talk today and share my thoughts about something I heard on YouTube. There's a channel, it was a bald guy, he's a real estate professional trying to teach you how to, manage your properties and what to expect. And I've gotten a lot of really good ideas off of this channel. I don't remember what it is. It's been years since I've looked at it. But one of the videos that struck me, and I had to deal with it last night, was the premise of the video was, you have a rent roll that, say it's $10,000. And if that's the face value of the rent and you're only getting $10,000 a month, you're doing this wrong. There are always late charges, service charges, fees, and other things that get charged to your tenants. So I went to check my business mailbox, which I don't do very often. I probably should do it more. It's in an inconvenient location now. I moved. It was very convenient to my last house. And we got a nuisance violation from the city. One of our tenants didn't take the garbage cans from the street back up to the house the day the garbage was picked up. Probably there for a couple of days. They're just being lazy. On a side note, got the same thing at the house I'm rehabbing, but I've been sick and I haven't been there. Not much excuse. Gonna head there now to rectify that problem. Probably gonna get another nuisance letter. In the city of Charlotte, you can only get 3 or 4 within a 12-month span before you become a repeat offender. It becomes a big problem after that. They don't even warn you. They just slap you with a $150 fine. I was on that last year, and actually, guess I got off because I got a warning. Don't want to get back on that. So, trying real hard to not be on code enforcement's list. Just not a good list to be on. If they wanted to go to war against you, they're gonna win. Anyways, I built into my contract, I have tons of fees. And I think it's actually not true. Let's back up. So in my contract, I have service charges and I have fees. By law in the state of North Carolina, you can only charge 3 fees. And they have to do with showing up to court. You have like a court filing fee, you have a court appearance fee, and then you have like a second court appearance fee. By law, those are the only fees you can charge as a landlord. So what I also got off of the same channel, off of their video, is charge service charges. So one of the service charges we have, and I got off of this channel, so I guess this is 3 things that we've gotten off of that one particular channel, was early termination clause. And basically, for 3 times the initial monthly rent, you can terminate the lease with 7 days notice. I've actually had somebody in a $1,700 or $1,600 a month home do that. Granted, this guy was a DuPont. I mean, wicked smart. Just young, beautiful couple. They moved in, and within a year, we signed a 3-year lease. Within a year, they were kind of just casually looking for homes, and they found one. They put an offer in and it was accepted. So they needed to get an early out. We knocked $1,000 off of it, but we got to keep their security deposit. Plus we already had their security deposit, so we subtracted that. I mean, it was going to be like $5,400 for them to get out of this. They didn't complain. We knocked $1,000 off because they were just such good tenants, but I still got $4,000 from them, or $39 and some change, or something like that. They moved out within 3 weeks. I think we have a new tenant in there, and we jacked up the rent a little bit. So it was a great incentive, or a great idea from this one particular channel. If I can find it, I'll link the channel to in the comments or the description below. But back to the garbage can nuisance. Well, one of the service charges we have is notice of violation. If I have to send you a letter charging you $5, some other landlords will charge you a lot more. But the point is, I almost didn't charge them because $5 is trivial. But there's a contract. They agreed to it. I got a whole list of different service charges in there. For instance, if you send me a check directly to me, I'm going to charge you $25 to go to the bank and deposit it. I don't want to deal with your check. You can mail it yourself. You can night deposit it yourself. You can go in to the branch yourself. I mean, there's just so many options that, I don't really need to be involved. But when you're signing a contract, if somebody actually read the damn thing, which they never do, they're only really interested in the rent schedule, how much it goes up each year, the length of the lease. We do a 3-year lease, by the way. I don't mind knocking off a service charge. I mean, if this is the difference between you renting a house and not, and I got to knock off 5 service charges, I'll knock off 5 service charges. Not a big deal to me, but nobody ever does. Nobody ever asks to amend the contract. Maybe once, some guy, actually it was once, we signed people to a 3-year lease. He only wanted to do 2. So what I did is, we have a common additional section at the end. I basically just said, at the end of 24 months with 90 days notice, the tenant can terminate the lease. They got a divorce, but the wife has been in there for over 10 years. I don't think she's going anywhere. And she takes good care of it, rarely get a call. I'm happy. I get $850 a month from it. I could probably charge more, but she's been good. She pays mostly on time. And to get back to I guess the point that I was trying to get by, I feel bad charging people late fees. I feel bad filing eviction on people. I feel bad charging this guy $5 because I got to send him a letter. But this is what they agreed to. And if they're doing what they're supposed to, then the rent is the rent. But if they're not doing what they're supposed to, you need to, you pretty much have a fiduciary duty to charge them the fees that or service charges that you said you're going to charge them. I used to feel bad about it. Now I don't. It's just business. And I don't really want to have to deal with this. I got to take time out of my day. I believe I should be compensated for it, and you agreed to compensate me for it. So these are my thoughts and opinions on, if you're only getting your base rent roll, you're doing this wrong. There's always a fee, or there's always a service charge. And if you don't have it in your contract, contact me. I'll send you I'll just print out my service charge section. I think it's brilliant. Basically, a lot of it is if you're just being a jerk, I can start, feeing the crap out of you. But a lot of them I don't even bother doing. The point is they're there if I want them to. If I had more of a handyman type guy, he would probably go out, and it would be a way to actually kind of pay for himself. But I try to be a cool landlord. So what are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments section below. I'll get back with you, and we can share some ideas. I hope you go out there and live the "you won't stop me" lifestyle attitude. They tell us a big crash is going to be coming. Probably got to believe it. This can't go on forever. Even if you lose everything in the crash, like a lot of people did in 07 and 08, you got the knowledge, you got the wisdom, you got the experience, you get it right back. That is the essence of the "you won't stop me" lifestyle. I wish you success.